At the top of the 18 for Van Zanten. He'll hit this straight in. It is a goal! Malia Barkley!
What's up, H-Town and all around? This is the Dash Dispatch. I am OSG. The dynamic Foxtrot is right there with you, right there with us. And tonight, the Masked Avenger, Xespool, is with us tonight. First off, what's up, Xespool? How you doing, brother?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Xespool isn't doing great. See, the guy behind the mask is great, but Xespool is sad as heck right now. It's looking great for the Dash, and they're mathematically they're there, but the Dynamo. Oh my God, what a heartbreak this
A
weekend
lot
was.
has happened, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of recouping. The Astros not doing too well either. The only hope there for Houston is the Texans. So
Rockets,
we
Kevin
gotta hang
Durant
on
right
to what we
there.
got. No, but in all seriousness, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Always having fun with you guys. I always love coming here because it's always a great talk and more like a podcast. It's more like a nice little conversation about the Dynamo Dash. And tonight we have the Dash.
Tonight we have the Dash, as you said, man. Thank you for joining us. Hope to do more of these. Dynamic Foxtrot, man. How you doing, brother? We spent the weekend together in this. Hold on. We were in Houston at the same time. Went to both games this weekend together. How you doing, man? How you
Yes,
doing?
yes. No, Phil recovered. It's pretty good. After interesting Saturday, we'll talk about later on in the week. But well, yeah, man. Like it's been a lot of work. Of course, we put out a couple of Dash dispatches. If you haven't checked us out already, first one you can go to the Dash just for this conversation, and I'll attach it to this video on YouTube if you want to check it out. But well, yeah, man. I had a lot of fun covering those games. The Dynamo one we'll talk about later on for sure. But overall, pretty good weekend. Very productive.
Right. For our side, yeah, productive. We know what the result for the Dash, and then, Dynamo's another story. Like you said, we'll talk about it on Noodle Time on Thursday night live at 8 o'clock. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned on Foxtrot TV, and we'll be right back with you for the Dynamo segment. Therapy session is what we're going to call it, right, Andres? I mean, that should be the title of your script.
We're gonna have to change the name of the podcast altogether too at this point.
That's right. So make sure y'all check in with your host, the Dynamic Foxtrot. We'll on Noodle Time Live Thursday night, and he'll let you know who's going to be attending later at that time, and y'all and therapy session. But anyways, let's go back to the deck and let's continue. We have a nice little script for you. Lots to talk about. We're anxious, but you know what? Let's go backwards. We do like to give y'all an update weekly. Last week we didn't give y'all an update because things have just kind of been normal. But this week things have changed for Logroño and Rebeca and Zoey Matthews. This week Rebeca got the start. H is up. Zoey came off the bench later, but Logroño plays a 5-back, and Rebeca got to start more in the central right. But DAZN makes it hard to watch the game sometimes unless you pay for their subscription. I've got 1,000 subscriptions, so I don't pay for it. So you don't get to watch it that much, even though it's the first division Spanish league. But Rebeca played 87 minutes, and according to Football by one of them I use, she was the best defender of the entire game. Showed out, played 87 minutes. Zoey Matthew came in and subbed for her later to end the game. But it was a good one because that's Rebeca's second start, I think. But to play that well and look that well is a plus because, I've been questioning her development and her improvement. I know she's 19, came from Brazil, moved to Houston, now moved to Spain, all in this quick span. Culture shock. She's shy. So she has to grow pretty quick. So I'm hoping she's doing well in this one game against a lower team, but a mid team, still doing good. So Andres, I don't know if you got to check in. Xespool, I don't know if you got to check in, but man, any thoughts on Rebeca and Zoey? Rebeca getting a a good opportunity finally.
I mean, in my case, I would say that the Dash have had a nightmare on defense entirely. So this is nothing but good news for them. You know, and what a world do we live in, right? That an American team is sending a player to Spain to develop. And in this case, yeah, of course, too. But we're looking at Rebecca because one is she's how young she is, and number two, the defense is in my opinion in Houston overall our Achilles. You know, um, and when Tarcian was here, oh my God, the revolution she created on the defense gave us hope. And so I can only dream of what's going to come out of Rebecca. Now, I haven't honestly had a chance to watch her play, but for Houston, when it comes to it, overall for the Dash is definitely good news to develop a player like that and then to be ready for next season,
Yeah, you kind of said it. On OSG initially, I was trying to get into games or at least try to watch one or a couple as I can. And you have to pay a separate subscription for the zone, which is definitely annoying. Like because I'm already paying for Paramount Plus and all
Yeah,
these subscriptions for soccer, and it's
Hey, don't feel
annoying.
bad. Don't
So
feel bad. I work with them and they won't even give me a subscription. So
they
that's horrible. That's
they
that
horrible.
is wild, man. I've done boxing events with them and they won't they won't hook
Yeah, yeah,
a brother up. So hey,
yeah.
they're tough. They're tough.
I don't think they even do that for like Dynamo employees either. They don't give out like MLS season pass or anything like that. But that's
I,
out of the
I, I,
conversation. That's out of the conversation.
yeah, we
But
don't talk about
uh,
Bruno here.
but honestly, I was trying to look at the games and just looking at the scoreboard. I was kind of sad because they haven't won since August, and I know they keep games like fairly tight outside of the bigger teams, but man, I'm more so happy that they get those opportunities, especially in Europe.
I mean, it
yeah, I
would be
mean,
nice to send them to Mexico, but I mean, Spain is a good training ground for them because I think Mexico has in my opinion, is the closest to the NWSL. So I
but
think,
yeah,
yeah, I
but
think,
this works out where this team took both those players and they're playing both those players. Zoe Matthews just turned
yeah,
18. Rebecca's 19. And
yeah,
they're playing both these players at a team that just got promoted to the Liga F, who were
it's
in
a
the
huge
second
gamble.
division primarily first. Now they're promoted. So, and they're a need, they're a necessity, and they're going to get the minutes that we need them to get. They're both going to be back in the middle of the summer next season. So they won't start with us unless we cancel their
Mhm,
loan. But it's good for them, especially first team minutes in the first division is what's a
mhm.
bonus. So we look
At that
forward to it.
age.
Zoe Matthews is a friggin' beast. We know what she can bring, and she's versatile and can play many positions. Rebecca, learning and growing, break that shyness, and you're going to be a superstar. So we look forward to having both of them come back during the summer and being a solidifier to that defense and a necessity that Fabrice may need. We'll see what we need at that point, but you know, cut that loan and bring them back if we need them that soon too. All right, man. Let's move on. Let's move on. Dash did make a move this week, a move I don't understand and really don't care about. But we went and
Just as
got,
like NWSL type move that nobody knows, honestly.
yeah, I don't know what benefited us out of it, So we went and got Chloe Ricketts, 18-year-old, a ton of potential. I'm happy, stouted, but she's not ours. She is ours for 4 games. For 4 games. We'll get
Yep.
into it. We'll get into it later. You know what? You won't get into it later. She doesn't even make the bench in this game. All right, 3 games to go now. All right, so we paid $15,000 to get her to come here in intraleague funds, and then after this season, she's going to go to Boston. So we paid for her to come here, and then we don't even bench her in the first game. And granted, she should be trained and ready. She does not play for where the hell she come from, Andres?
Is it Washington Spirit?
Yeah, well, I think you was
Yeah, she's
Washington.
she's in
Yeah, she's
Washington.
not playing
Ricketts
for
is in Washington.
Washington, but she should be fit and ready to go. Granted, there's tactics and everything you got to learn, but wasn't even benched, and you could have benched her. But whatever. I don't understand this move. You have 3 games left and then she's gone. She's out of the picture. You paid 15 grand. 15 grand is kind of a nice little chunk for NWSL money, but Andreas, did this move make sense to you or help it make sense to us or the fans?
I'm trying to make sense of it to this day because we didn't see
You're
her
a
on the
left winger, by
bench
the way.
this past weekend, and I'm like, we just spent 15 grand on this player. I get that Boston Legacy is a club that's not playing right now, and they got her rights to for her, and it's kind of good that we have like that kind of depth already to a player that has like a massive ceiling. But it's like we didn't see her on the bench. Are we gonna see her at all in the next few games if we make it to playoffs even? Or I don't know what's going on,
I think that's
but
what they're banking on the playoff side to have
Well,
that
then why
time.
not use her this? And we'll get into this
Yeah,
game,
no,
but you
absolutely.
put in Ryan Gary's and you could have used a Chloe Ricketts who has a lot
Is
of
she match
potential. You
fit?
know what Ryan Gary's has. So, are you trying to get into the playoffs? But, all right. So, Chloe Ricketts, whatever. Hey, hopefully we get to see her in the next 3 games, or that was a complete waste of money. We'll get into that in other episodes when we get to see her, so we'll keep that one
Yeah,
short. All right.
if we get to see her.
Yeah. Game recap. Let's get into it. Space City shootout, first one to the moon, whatever you wanted to call it. It was Orlando coming to Houston for the battle. Orlando is reeling right now. They were lost 9 out of the last 10, but won the last one coming into this game. So they forgot about losing before they come into our stadium. Of course, what's new? That's how the universe hates the Dash. But coming into this game, we made 2 changes getting into the lineup. Allysha starting on the left for Chapman, so I guess that wasn't a change because Allysha started last time. And then Messiah Bright starting over Clarissa Laracy as the striker this time. So, I was like, all right, cool. Bright and Laracy right now are like to like. Both have a lot of potential, a lot of speed, a lot of pace, can create. Matthias struggling to score. Clarissa just getting here and still trying to build herself into a situation. Lozia an attacking forward, so that was a good sign that we're going to push against Orlando and try to dictate the game. Andreas, any when you saw the lineup, did that give you any indication as to what the tactics were going to look like into this game from Fabrice? Granted, we heard the press conference prior, but he doesn't give details away.
never.
Who
But
does?
I've yeah, kind of like what I said initially in the game in the Foxtrot game day. I felt like Orlando heading into this game was gonna be playing a game of timing and honestly pace to try and catch Houston off guard as much as possible. And just looking at the lineup, I felt like Houston was set up to do just that, just being able to stop those type of counters. And Orlando, without trying to get into the game as well, and just looking
No
at
Banda,
previous
no
games
Marta.
without the stars,
Yeah,
without much of the stars, they're still a pretty threatening team. They know what they're doing. Like they're coming out of a record breaking season last year, and they're just coming off like a really bad losing streak either.
It's just
But
a bad slump. Yeah.
yeah, it's just a slump that yeah, it happens. But they're still a pretty talented team. They're still able to just get their pieces together and sort something out. And I feel like they're just going to Houston, just trying to make a mess out of Houston's defense because we've been a mess many times this season. They've I feel like as many opponents have done already, they're gonna take advantage of that.
right. Xespool, before getting into the game, when you saw the lineup too, your expectations going into this game.
I expected what I saw, which is a lot of volume production, a lot of attacking chances for the dash. I mean, having Lozy on one side, uh, right in the middle, attacking. I expected them to produce what they did. They were it was an aggressive lineup, to be quite honest with you, and it does look like the team wanted to make the playoffs. It does feel like the team is looking for the playoffs. Uh, but without, like I said, without getting too much into what happened in the game, yeah, I mean, just like when I saw the lineup, I immediately thought attacking chances. Can we score? Um, and that's exactly what I got. That's exactly what we got, and I couldn't be happier with the way they played.
Well, good question. Can we score? So the game starts. First half was exciting if you're a Dash fan. Granted,
Yeah,
it ended 0-0 in the first half, but there were so many creative chances, and you technically only had 3 shots on target in the first half, but there was a few of them that were stopped. And Messiah Bright, girl, oh my God, we were praying for you so hard. You had
yeah.
so many opportunities. You put yourself at your pace was your you did it, and you were beating them. One time you were offsides. One time you took a bad touch, and the keeper.
The heavy touches were killing me.
Yeah,
And
I would say that.
so Messiah, girl, we were looking for you to score, but first half overall together, I think it was a good first half. It was
Yeah,
nothing too special, but if Messiah just could have made that one little extra touch, that one, man, it just could have had us up 2-0 on a break. But that is
Van Zanten shots from outside the box. Remember in the 11th minute, they had a shot from outside the box. Beautiful stop from the goalkeeper. Alozi had 3 or 4 chances where she beat her defender, and well, we couldn't finish it. Um, and coming from a team like Orlando, where you don't have your starters and you're in a bad slump, it kind of bites you in the ass. Those are three points, not 3 points, but they're 3 points that are very manageable. I remember when the Dash went up 1-0, it was said, now they're kissing the playoff line. It's so crucial that these kind of games you cannot let escape, and that's the only bad takeaway I would take from the game. Dash, I think, my opinion, did everything right except score because they looked like a whole different team than 3 months ago. And
and I think that
that's
the
there.
first half, before we even get into the second half, where the actual goals came, we had
Yeah.
you were counting them, and you were like, I think this is the record. This is the record. But the Dash had corner kicks and were given opportunities that did not turn into shots on goal. They were just like corner kicks are detrimental.
Deflections, bad centers, bad crosses.
So on Andres, the first half, man, gotta be hopeful, but like Xespool said, you gotta finish everything you create and put them on target first off.
And they created all the chances. Just a matter of getting the shots on goal, which unfortunately didn't come in this game, and especially in the first half, in a game that it had a lot of things going so well for the Dash, and I was more so concerned with how the game was going to progress for that reason. And yeah, the corner kicks, I was like, this has to be a Dash record. I haven't looked it up yet because I don't think like nobody's keeping records of corner kicks, but
Hey,
I'm gonna say it probably is.
I mean, the goal
I'm
came from a corner kick.
gonna check that
So
on. But hey, we're talking about corner kicks, so let's go ahead and just segue to the second half because what happened with the 7th corner kick? Malia
go.
Berkeley, our number 10.
The number
I
10, don't
know.
let it go to waste. Yeah,
She
Yes,
just signed in September.
talk about it. Hey, uh, Andres, you were there at the press conference. You got to hear her talk about it too. We made her laugh a little bit, but you saw it. We were there in person. But tell me, you went through the goal, and the sets will follow up with the same emotion. But the Malia Berkeley, our number 10 center back, down and getting the goal.
yeah. She kind of just joked about just not letting the number go to waste, which I thought was pretty funny. And I mean, just in the second half, even without looking at the corner kick just yet, she was just pushing forward more often, and she was being able to create more dangerous opportunities, which in turn was able to provide like pressing charges for Houston to to keep like creating those corners, those dangerous occasions, and This one came through, and this one was a little bit weird because she did like this weird shot that's just like traveled all the way to the ground, and I think it went past like three Orlando players, including the keeper. And I mean, a goal's a goal.
They tried to flick it in at first on the because it looked like a practice play because the shot came low, right about knee high. They lift the ball and he hits. Uh, I think it hits Malia and she's able to turn around and just drive the ball past three defenders, and that's how she scored. When she took the shot, like it looked like it was nothing, but she took it. It was one of those like, okay, let's see what happens, and you know. The chance was there. It looked like a well played, like a pre work play, but they were able to actually improvise on that, which is good, because then again, you can score, but kindly, you had easier ones.
She made the number 10 proud, and like she said, she kind of knew like she turned and just played it on the ground. She was going to make
Hmm.
it through or work her way through, and surprise, surprise, it made it through.
Yeah.
And like Andrea said, she's been pushing forward and pushing forward. And the next one, man, and we talked about this in the press conference too, because I kind of, well, kind of focused on it because Paige Nielsen one was also in the press conference too, but Paige Nielsen is the captain right now with Jane Campbell injured and probably not going to play the rest of the season. Just getting hit. Maybe going to come back. She looks fine, but I think she just can walk. She can't really do much. She may be out the rest of the season, but only 3 games left. Unless there's going to be playoffs, we'll see what the Jane situation is later. But Paige Nielsen and Malia Berkeley and the duo, the way they've been working together in the short term that Malia Berkeley has been here, she's enjoyed the moment. She's enjoyed the time with the girls. And Paige, you know what Paige is. Paige is just top notch, period, all across the friggin' board. Andreas, talk about that duo together and how, what they're going to do for us, this team, the rest of the season, and maybe even the future.
It's working out very well. That partnership is doing so great because you can just have Berkeley in some occasions just go forward and have Paige Nielsen wait in the back to prevent any type of counter. And Paige Nielsen has been doing a very good job striking back and denying those opportunities every game since William Berkeley came here. So I think it's a great partnership developing, and I'm looking forward to see how it keeps going this season and going to the next one and beyond because it's very exciting. Definitely something to look forward to, and of course, it kind of just draws a question around Katie Lynn and what's gonna happen. But yeah,
AJ is out of contract, so most likely will probably be gone if I'm
Hey,
correct. Don't quote me.
room for Rebecca too for the summer. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they'll both
Yeah.
be back too. They'll both be back, and Angela will make moves. So Xespool, I ask you the same question. Malia Berkeley, has she come? Has she brought you the confidence that she can be that
Yeah.
main centerpiece that matches with Paige Nielsen?
Hey man, I'm gonna make a little comparison here. I feel
Oh,
like Berkeley is Mikael, and I feel like Nielsen is Eric. I'm gonna tell you why. The young and the older the experience and the that's it. That's the only relation now. Hold on. When it comes to it, can I be real with you? I feel like Malia is way quicker on defense and she can cover the gaps. There was a play where Orlando came in from the left side. Nielsen had to stay back, kept the player on side, almost scored. That was in the first half in the 20 something minute. Those kinds of things are where Maria can actually cover us. And she does give me hope on the defense. And the Dash actually are not bad at all at picking great defenders. I mean, we saw Tercian, and now we have Malia. I believe you have two players developing in Spain. So the future looks bright on the defense. Now, the comparison I made, obviously, there's a lot Malia can learn from Nielsen. And as much as Nielsen's limitations on body or whatever it is you want to look at, she's still a great player and she still has that mentality and she's still a little pit bull in my eyes. So there's a lot Malia can learn from that. And the way Nielsen is, I don't see why Malia cannot have the same mentality at the end of this season or the beginning of next season. And if you can keep playing them together, that chemistry is going to be insane. And then when you start bringing in those players you're developing, now you have a depth squad, which can be fearful, right? So the future does look bright. Amazingly. Now, my bad
Yeah,
for
the
comparing them
press
to
conference.
two goats, but it's just so Dash players can dimensionalize how big this is. I mean, Dash fans can dimensionalize how big this is for the team itself. It, it's
in the
just like
press
that,
con-
guys.
in the press conference, they describe themselves as dogs, so you're pretty close to Pitbull.
No, and Nielsen is always played that way. Nielsen is always a biter. She's always a run. She will not stop, and that's kind of why Dash have been pretty successful with any other defender you plug in there. You got Nielsen anyways. So Nielsen has been one of the more consistent players throughout the life of Dash. While she's been at the Dash. I remember she was criticized in the beginning of the season, but the whole
We
team
also
wasn't playing
talked
well at
about
all.
how Malia is following Paige as well and taking her advice, and she's growing quickly. So this is going to be a duo that we're going to enjoy.
Dude, it's
Hopefully,
less
it
than
picks up
what
next
is it?
year
2 months?
before
A month? A month of Malia's in here, and what a difference is she making?
Absolutely.
Um,
And
yeah, no.
we were worried about it. We love Natalie Jacobs, and we're like, why? Natalie Jacobs was freaking good, man, freaking good. But I guess probably there's a backstory to it. Maybe Natalie Jacobs kind of wanted to
I
go.
mean, we're not there on a day to day, only they know. I mean, it's a different feel from somebody being there on a day to day versus somebody like ourselves that even though our job is to report, we're not there on a day to day. We don't know what they're carrying,
You just go off of their emotions and their faces, and you see what they are. And like us, we're in the
Yeah.
tunnel. We get to see their faces as well. With Andres, we got to see some faces from the Dynamo players at the end of this game when they were eliminated. So you get to feel their emotion a lot of the time. But it's a great duo, and it's going to be a great duo for the time to come. But right now, it's a good
Ooh,
duo
beautiful.
to finish off this season, which is going to be a friggin' hot topic. But we did score that goal. We did make some substitutions. Substitutions were okay. We're fighting. Orlando's pushing. Natural. We're not. Forget to mention how do you say her name? Andres Alvali, the new Mexican star for.
Oh wow, yeah, the
Yeah,
Eternal Dash, a transfer target.
yeah. We knew she was going to be a threat, and she kind of was a little bit, but didn't do too much. So great job for containing her. But, Lozia was pushing up and being into the attack too much and let that space open a lot as well, which created for Orlando. And here we are, 85th or 87th friggin' minute.
Very first, man.
And
See it like I remember
Orlando
like yesterday.
puts the damn goal into the friggin' net. Abby Smith gets a hand on it. You gotta be freaking kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. There was an opportunity to gain a lot of points right there against Orlando. But so draining, man. Xespool, I'll start with you, man. What did you throw? What did you throw, or who did you slam? You had to be at a wrestling match when this happened.
Hey man, I will say this, bro. I got so mad I didn't even punch anything or get mad. Like I got so mad I laughed, and it's just like you guys in the military will know what I'm talking about. SSDD, Um, so to me, I will say this: Orlando, to Orlando's credit, that's an opportunistic goal, and look where it came from. Like it's a center. To me, I don't know about you guys. Go back and watch the replay. I feel like that player, the player that did the center, she was offside. It looked like that initially, uh, but coming right inside the box, right in front of the penalty box, it hurts, man. It hurts. Especially because Abby was doing great the entire game. Defense was playing well. The Dash didn't really give Orlando too many chances. The second half, it looked more like Orlando was actually putting some pep in the step, and I think this is a consequence of that. And we just didn't know how to manage the game. That goes back to game management. You lose concentration, you get passive on the marks, and this is the result. That's what it comes down to. It's not they were not better than that.
No, I do not think they were better than Dash. Dash played a better game. Game management that comes with the experience that we're gaining with this team that we're building, and with the young Fabrice head coach that we're getting, and we're enjoying right now. We're totally enjoying, and he's looking like he's very smart and intelligent, tactical soccer coach. And he's admitted when he's made a mistake a few games ago, not the Washington game, a few games before that when we get that loss, and he's admitted his mistake. So look, it's just something that we're going to build, we're going to grow, and I'm not going to be mad if we don't make the playoffs this season. I'm going to call this season a success, even with 3 games left to go. Granted, we don't lose those games 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. But Andres, man, same thing with you, man. 85th minute, or the Orlando Pride scored that friggin' goal. We're obviously sitting next to each other at the stadium, so. But tell the people, man, how did you feel about it?
No, man, I was angry because like it's we kind of are accustomed to the situation in even in years past, but there's a different team that is looking at results and has been able to grab those opportunities as much as possible and take advantage of those, like here and there. And this is a game that they had to win. This is a winnable game that they had to get the 3 points because the schedule's not gonna get easier the next 3 games. And the worst part of it is just like the opportunity, because I think the person that scored for Orlando did not score yet in a bunch of games.
3
Like
years, brother.
3 years.
years. She broke a 3-year scoring spell. A dry
And
season for 3 years.
And she was practically laying on her back before the ball hit the net.
yeah, like she was able to beat Abby because of the header and just make it
It,
an
it very
unreachable
well,
angle.
very well
It
placed
was
header. I
very
mean,
well
we can't take
placed.
away anything from that. It had just enough weight on it. It was a great shot, but because Dash got passive and allowed that to happen.
It is in the last 5 minutes. I was like, no, I was ready to break some press box rules there, because those were the 3 points were there. I saw it. Everyone saw it in the stadium, because it
Yep.
was just really a really bad moment to concede there.
Segue. Everybody saw it in the stadium. Speaking of, the lower bowl looked pretty good. I still haven't checked to see what the attendance number was. It's got to be more than 5,000, because the lower
I got
bowl,
it over here.
Andres is looking
Six
it up.
6,406 according to the dash.
6,400.
Hey,
So that's 1,400 more than usual. So I'm good with that, because I think we only averaged 40 something. So, but it looked different than what we're used to. We're hoping for the last game against Kansas City that we can open the upper bowl and sell some of those middle sections on the midline and get some more people there. And any of you friggin' Dynamo and Dash agents are listening right now, which I do know
please.
listening. I do know one of you listening, because you told me so when I picked up my scarf. Where's it at? This scarf, Dynamo game.
What? They only gave you what?
Said, I
What?
listen, I follow y'all. I was like, all right, I need Dash tickets to give away to the friggin' fans, man. Y'all shoot some tickets over to us so we can give them away and get more people there. And
Scar something, man.
there's a scarf giveaway too. There's a scarf giveaway. If you haven't seen it, it's on the Dash page. Look it up. It's go to the game, man. You get a scarf. You're playing the friggin' Kansas City Current, who are the beast of the league, and you want to beat, and they're our rival. It's the last home game of the season. The Dash are doing well, playing well, giving you motivation. Let's go. I want to see y'all there. By the way, anyways, all right. Game we tie 1-1. We get the point. It feels like a loss. Andreas, we go to the press conference, and we get to ask our questions. We get to talk to Fabrice. We get to talk to Paige. We get to talk to Malia. They answer our questions. So y'all go check out Foxtrot Game Day and the media availability that we posted on Foxtrot TV. Shout out to our editor right there, the dynamic Foxtrot, and posting that. Y'all go check it out. Hear it. The highlights are there too if you want to recap the highlights of the game. But go check out the press conference. We always encourage y'all to check out the press conference and hear what they have to say. Because it does mean a lot, and it does mean a lot to them too as well. They are giving us their time, and it does feel good, man, when they're happy to answer the questions, and when you can make them laugh too during a press conference as well, especially after a game where it doesn't feel like you deserve to laugh. But we move on. Game is ended. Andres, the one girl we've given a lot of hard time this season, who we kind of backed off because she's been doing great. Got 10,000 minutes. Allysha Chapman, man, our Canadian Dashonian, got 10,000 minutes, man. Give her a shout out.
Shout out to Chappie, man. Like she's a legend of the game, however you see fit, and of course with the Canadian national team, she's a presence. She has been here for so long that it's a namesake. If you are a Dash fan, or if you know Dash fans that have like some names engraved in the back of their minds, like Chappie's one of them, because she's been here for so long and being through so many things with us that she deserves all respect. And I'm happy that she's part of this project, and that things are going positively now.
That's the same thing. Chapman, 10,000 minutes, man. Have you been impressed with her season? Because her expectancy was kind of questionable coming off of having a kid.
It looked like it.
And everything. So, look, man, got to be proud of Chappie, right?
Look, man, Chappie is a little. It's like it's like a Houston gem, you know. Like if you think about it this way, like if you want an icon for, like if you want players, you know, go hand in hand with Dash, as Chappie's been here for a long time now. Does it surprise me? Well, not really. It's been, again, you know, one of those players that have been very, very, very consistent. Actually, uh, but she's one of those players that, because we expect the same thing from her every season, anytime she has a slump, we'll notice. You know, we notice it. And she inevitably, she's one of those hidden in the back of the buzz pillars in the team, you know? At the end of the day, 10,000 minutes, bro. Come on. That's a testament of the work that she's put in and how valuable she's to the team, even for how long she's been with us, bro.
Hey, look, Chappie. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Chappie. Don't listen to the haters, mama. They just don't want. They hate us because they ain't us. That's it.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Hey, we got to move on to the NWSL Roundup. We got to look at the matches that went on through the weekend, because we definitely are following the standings now. If you don't like to follow the standings at the beginning of the season,
Scoreboard watching engaged.
We are there, man. So obviously ours was the Friday night matchup on Prime, and that was the only game. We got it, right? All right. But then the next game, the main game, the game we were watching big time, and we wanted a draw out of it. Did not get that, by the way. North Carolina Courage hosted Racing Louisville, and Racing Louisville won 3-1, man. We needed a draw out of that one for our playoff hopes, bro, and kind of got destroyed. So shout out Racing, good for you. You pulled out one. Moving on, Portland beat Bay 2-1. Washington 2-1 over San Diego. Bro, I don't know if either one of y'all saw that second goal from Washington. The girl that Kamamanji or whatever. He was crossing it. The keeper came out, misjudged how high it was, and then it ended up in the corner of the net. It was supposed to be a cross, like for a header, but it was just too good. People came out, misjudged it, and it scored, and it was like 7 minutes in extra time too. So Washington beat San Diego. Woo! Whoopty-doo, Washington. Anyway, Chicago Team 2 versus Utah. Gotham and Seattle 0-0. Now,
I know.
Kansas City has a game in hand, but they are playing tonight as we record on Monday night. Angel City has a game at 9:30 tonight, hosting Kansas City Current. Angel City is our next opponent, by the way. So Angel City is playing a game. What is it? 4 days? Oh no, we don't play till Sunday, so I'm not worried about it. But anyways, they're playing Kansas City Current tonight. If they win against Kansas City Current, they will be tied with us on points going into our game this weekend. So
Yes.
Go KC, keep killing. Keep
That's what
killing.
I was gonna get at. This is one of those times where you don't wear the shirt. You just kind of, hey, it'd be nice if you win.
KC,
Yeah.
yeah, even though it's Man City blue, but go Kansas City Current. I'll beat the shit out of Angel City. I'm sorry, my Angel City friends.
Hey,
I love you. Right now, we're not worried about y'all. Y'all below us, and we're going to keep y'all below us. So,
please, thank
but
you. Just for the playoffs.
yeah, but so speaking of Angel City, that is who we play next. They did get rid of
Mm-hmm.
Thompson. They re-signed the other Thompson. I'm glad they got rid of Alyssa. She can go to Chelsea. She's starting for Chelsea now, or the last game she started for Chelsea. So she's working her minutes in, but shout out to her. Good job. Great move for her. But Angel City is where we are going to LA, get to enjoy the atmosphere. Gonna be a tough match, man. Depending on what Angel City does tonight, we'll see later. But Xespool, looking into this game against Angel City, we're calling it must win. It's a final. Fabrice is calling every last game a final now. The draw got us 1 point. We got to move on. But now we're at Angel City, an opportunity against a team below us in the standings. How do you see this game? What do you expect? And give me a scoreline.
Very narrow. We're going over there, so it's gonna be a hostile environment. With that being said, though, I feel like if you were to ask me this 6 months, 3 months ago when the season started, maybe I would tell you no chance. Now I feel the Dash have a real palpable chance, and this is one of, and then last three games we have, this is the more, in my opinion, the more accessible game. Out of even though we play KC at home, I think that's a more doable game, and I feel that that's a 3 points, and so for me, out of the 9 points, that's a must win. That's a win. If we can't win, then our hopes are just, they might as well be gone, even if we're mathematically capable of making it.
3 points is a must. Andres, you're going to remember this because we started at the beginning of the season, and I said Angel City was in a shithole with everything, the changes they were making. We kind of, so context, and y'all listening, we kind of follow Angel City as as a second team because we enjoy the people that we have communicated with on their podcast over there, and they've become friends with us. So we kind of follow Angel City as just to keep in the second tier. But we were kind of not impressed with their off season, their moves they made. We got their GM. They now have a coach. We got a coach before them, and it took us forever to get Fabrice in here. So I was not expecting crap from Angel City. So here they are, still at the bottom. Sorry, Angel City, my friends over there. But Andres, hopeful. 3 points is a must. What are you expecting? We'll come back to the scoreline later because I think I still forgot that part.
There has to be a win. Of course, you already mentioned that Angel City is right below us, and things can definitely change depending on how tonight turns out. If Angel City pull out a surprise, it's gonna be a nightmare for us.
We got
And that, and also we are 4 points behind the playoff line, which is very concerning because we have three
That
games
line
left.
keeps moving.
It keeps moving, and it did move thanks to the results against Orlando, which is why I was angry. But well, we're now here.
the Orlando draw.
Yes, um, we are now here at Angel City. Of course, Houston has been doing considerably well on the road this season on the Fabrisco trial, and I feel like they can definitely pull it off. Or it's more so the urgency that they have to go out and kill go out for the kill because there's no tomorrow. Literally, you're going back home against Kansas City Current. You need a win here because the games ahead of you are
Do or
gonna
die.
be insane. Yes.
Do or die. You ain't kidding. All right, so let's look at the standings now. Not 3 games left, 9 points available. We're at 27, so that means we can get 30. What, 6 now?
36,
That's
36.
crazy. If everybody lost in front of us, we could still finish third. But obviously, that's not mathematically possible because everybody's got to play each other still. So that's crazy. But as far as we're in 10th place with 27 points, North Carolina Courage with 28, as we mentioned, Angel City with 24 in 11th. All right, they have a game to play tonight, so we'll see where their points go. Hopefully, they stay right where the fuck they are, and it's 24 points, so they stay. We go into Los Angeles, and we get 3 more points out of us, and we'll say still 3
That's all we
get
need.
3 points. North Carolina 28, San Diego 31. Racing with their friggin' win has 32 now. Orlando with 33 at 6th place, and I'll stop there, even though there's only 1 point difference for the rest. I shouldn't even gone to Orlando because they made their gap. They deserved their gap. It's a 6 point difference with 9 points to go, and they probably have the edge. So standings are there. There's 9 points, but you said, Andre, it's the 4-point gap, man. 3 games to go. How optimistic are you right now? Give me a 1 to 10. That's 100% optimistic to 0% optimistic.
I'm optimistically concerned. I don't know if that's a word, but
Let's go ahead and remind people. What do we got? At San Diego, back at home against Kansas City Current, the Shield winner. Then there's a bye, and then we're on the road to Portland, who's sitting in 4th place.
That's what I'm saying. Why you do this to us, dog?
yeah.
Why
Wow.
not just make it from the get go, guys? Jeez.
Tough way to start the season, Andres. Go ahead.
I mean, you gotta you gotta beat Angel City, man. There's no way around it.
All right, let's go. What's the score against Angel City, by the way?
I'm gonna go with 3-1 dash.
3-1 dash. I won't even ask you where to go. Goals come from. Xespool, what's the score in Angel City?
2-0. I think Angel. I've seen Angel City's attack as of late. Uh, I think we have enough to contain them. If we play the same way we play, maybe not as aggressive, but 2-0. I can definitely. Abby's been doing great. She can keep a clean sheet.
She can. I'm going to go 2-1, Houston. Houston does get the win. It does find enough to get the win, but it's going to be a hard fought battle. Not San Diego. Angel City has 28 goals to Houston 26. I think they get that 1 goal just because they're scrappy enough to get that goal. I was with Xespool for the 2-0 clean sheet shutout, but Dash like to keep things scary, naturally.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a good 3 points for all 3 of us. We move on. All right, Kansas City Current. Let's go ahead and, since we're doing this every week, Kansas City Current, Andres, can we come back home and win? What are we getting on that? 3-1 and 0.
I feel like that game is gonna be insane. It's gonna come down to 1 goal. If it's like a multiple goal game, it's gonna come down to 1 goal, and I'm scared.
Yeah, very incredible. That's cool. Do you have any hope that we can get at least a point at home against Kansas City?
It really depends, man. on two things. I mean, is KC already having the playoff secure? Are they rotating players? If they are, we can. Um, are they? Because if they're not, they're gonna come and play their game, which is patient.
I don't think they are. That's why
Possession.
I mentioned there's a bye and then decision day before the playoff. So our game is 3
So
weeks before the playoff game.
then in that case, KC's just gonna come and play their game, patient, move the ball around. And Dash is gonna make mistakes. I don't see Dash beating KC. But this game is it's in a budget to lose. Uh, I think the key is Portland and Angel City. I think they lose this one and they lose this one 2-0.
I'm going to agree. They're going to lose this one 2-0. Kansas City's only given up 11 goals on the entire season. That's half a goal a game at this point of the season. They play tonight against Angel City, which Angel City won't score against them. So, yeah, I agree. We lose. I think you said we lose too, Andres, going into the last game against Portland, at Portland, who will be looking to win. Their playoff might be secure by then, depending on how they do the two previous games. But the Dash will have that opportunity. If they can get 3 points, I think that gets them in, because that means you got 6 points out of the last 3 games. How are you feeling against Portland, in Portland, that last game of the season?
I feel more hopeful than the current, of course, but I feel like it's gonna be a decision day madness. There's gonna be a lot of things to consider because the players are gonna be nervous, and then just thinking about what's going on around the league, and it's gonna be insane. But as long as you bring in their A game, they bring in their vibes from the road and what they've been doing all year long, I feel like they have a chance to get that win or that good result that is gonna help them out. So I'm hoping for a win here.
Ooh, I'm hoping for a win too, man. 6 points is what I'm looking for. 4 points is going to make this really, really difficult. 3 points this weekend against Angel City, gives us positive vibe, puts us in a good situation. That KC loss will just, hurt things and just make everything to where obviously it's going to
Gonna
be,
make me turn off the TV, to be honest with
I mean,
you.
we're not going to turn off the TV because we're going to be there in person. So that means we have to kill ourselves now. No, just kidding, just kidding. We're going to be there in person, by the way. We're going to be there in person. So there's no turning off the TV. Successfully
Oh,
be at home watching it on TV, but I'm going to be there.
yeah.
I'm going to be there
Hey, man,
against
I'm
Kansas
not
City.
into I'm not into that BDSM stuff like you guys are. I like vanilla things and I like watching my games
Oh
like
my goodness.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, guys. Hey, kudos to y'all for going to the Dragons. Then, and when it comes down to it, right, that game against Portland, if I guess this year's decision day was specifically drawn for the Dash, because if you think about it, if we get that win against Angel City and we lose against KC, now it really boils down to decision day. And who else is going to be more nervous than our Dash players, to add insult to injury? So it's going to be a test of steel for them, and it's going to really show if they have the grit that Houston is known for which I think they do. I think they do, and I just think this is going to be a close call. We're going to make the playoffs. Now, what comes after that, God knows. But
Dude,
we're going to
we're going
scrape
to go
in.
to Kansas City and we're going to whoop their ass.
Okay. Now, when you wake up from that, you let me know.
In Kansas City. Well,
And if
we've been talking about it for weeks now on this pod.
I love the
We're going to make
fact
the
that you
playoffs.
believe in manifestations.
Take on KC.
I love you. I'm going to support you, and I believe you believe the Dash can beat KC at KC.
Yes.
All right, yeah. All right. I got you. I got you. All right. So,
April Fools. April Fools.
no, y'all listen. No, we the optimistic people over here, bro. We're the optimistic
No,
people.
being realistic, Casey
Yeah,
Casey is a monster right now, and let's be realistic. Dash have a difficult battle against them, and if they lose this, it's not out of the budget. I just don't want fans to freak out. because it's one of those games you can afford to lose. 6 points, it should be more than enough to go in 7th or 8th place. Now, who we're gonna face, KC, maybe, or if we are 7th, maybe we could even be as high as number 6, and that's a more accessible game. With that being said,
Make the playoffs. We're playing KC or Washington.
yeah, more likely,
I'll take
to be
Washington,
honest.
but let's go KC. All right. Now, I think we've come down to the end, Andres. I don't know if you had a final thought right there. It looked like it was lingering near your head, but I'm not too sure. I'm looking for your poker tail, but I think we made it to the end. I want to thank y'all for listening, for watching, for putting up with our crap through this show. I hope y'all enjoy our opinions. I hope we entertain y'all. I hope we keep y'all listening to the entire show. Maybe if it takes 2 car rides in between going to get Whataburger and coming back home, you're still listening, and keep on listening, and check out Foxtrot TV to when we post all the media availability. You get every press conference, you get every mix zone. Andreas working his ass off this weekend. I watch it. I saw it personally, bro. So check us out, man. We're there. We were participating in the press conference this weekend with the Dash. Kind of felt real special about that last Dash video, by the way. But Xespool, man, I thank you for jumping on tonight. Thank you for throwing your Dash Discord all around with us. I know you look forward to what Dash can do in these last 3 games, man. But I'm pretty sure you're going to be with us on Noodle Time Live Thursday night to talk Dynamo, to join the therapy session. So
Hey, that's a whole different vibe right there. That's
Yeah, then bring
you
it
gotta let
on.
all this. Oh my God, guys! So I have one bottle in for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Devil horns. You might need to bring that mask back. Tell the people where they can follow you if they want to follow you. What's up? And who are you, Xespool?
Hey man, I'm just a guy that wears a mask at the games and just gets everybody to sing and chant for the team. But if I see y'all around the stadium, and y'all might see that more and more masks are popping up, none of them, none of them are gonna be able to spend as much time as I am with you. No, I'm just playing. No, it's flattering to see everybody with the masks, and it's just cool. But they can find me at in Instagram at XESPOOL, which is Cesspool. You can find me there. I do have a YouTube channel I'm still trying to launch up, and stay tuned, guys. Next year we have a lot of big things coming for you guys. Me and the boys are gonna, we're planning some things for y'all, and we're definitely 3 guys that are passionate about the team, and our 3 guys that definitely have the same mentality. So looking forward to see what we can bring y'all. But in the meantime, I'm still going to be posting in the off season, still going to be doing my own thing. So, if you want to find me on Instagram at Xespool, XESPOOL. So, keep holding it down.
That's what's up. Andres, give us a shorter version of where people can find us, because it's on repeat mode every week. So if they're new to us,
Yeah.
they can do some a little exploring and follow the bios of those profiles you're about to give out and shout out.
Yes, and at Dynamic Foxtrot is going to be the handle for X, Blue Sky, and Instagram. We do have in the profile, we do have the link that takes you to all of our profiles. It goes to Foxtrot TV on YouTube, Ghost TV, where to find our podcast episodes in different platforms, and especially YouTube. So check those out. Make sure you are subscribed to all the platforms, especially YouTube. Give us a like, give us a comment. And like what she said previously, check out all of our content that we put out. We do post the media availabilities every week for Dash and Dynamo. And of course, the last 2 Dash dispatches that's like almost 2 hours of content if you go through both episodes. So check us out if you haven't already. It's pretty fun. So, yeah.
It's free, guys, and you can listen to it from the car like I do,
It's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
It's pretty good. We're giving you updates from the game. We can't go live, but we can give you updates. So you got to go back and watch it, just see how we feel, and then come back and listen to this show and see if our feelings are still the same. See if we're talking bullshit or see if we're just all over the fucking place. But we, you know who we are. We are Foxtrot Media, man, and this is the Dash Dispatch. And I want to give y'all a big H's up to you two right there on the other side of the friggin' windows that I'm seeing right there. And to all y'all fans that are listening, hey, Jennifer Lipscomb, fan of the week this week, and got her time on the pitch for the Dash game. Dashin Chata keeps up with it. Big fan. Shout out to you, Jennifer. That was for all y'all who can't see the video, by the way, so that are just listening on all other platforms via audio. But the dynamic Foxtrot, Xespool, the masked Avenger. That's what I'm going to call you right now until we go for you, bro.
Until we win, man.
Let's go. Hey, we want to see y'all next time. And see y'all on live for the Noodle Time on Thursday night. H is up. We'll see y'all next time.
Over the dash.
Go beyond.
On the keeper. Morehouse went down, and that is how it ends. Wild game tonight, deep in the heart of Texas.